Welcome to TechNewReview. Today we're going to be doing an unboxing, initial setup and first reactions to the Sony ZV-1. In this video we're going to do an unboxing, an initial setup of the camera features, and then my first reactions to using the camera over the last few days. I purchased this from the Sony shop in Dubai Mall, and they did a deal which was great, so I'll talk to you a little bit about that as well. But first of all, here's the box. So I got the, as I say, the Sony digital camera ZV-1, and here are the specs from the box here. Hopefully you can see that okay. Try and get as close as I can with the focus. So clearly you can see it's got the microphone jack, clear voice recording, the Bokeh switch, which I'm quite looking forward to testing out, face appeal, real-time eye autofocus. I've certainly seen quite a few reviews saying that the autofocus is excellent on this camera, so again it'll be good to test that out. The lens 24 to 70 millimeters and 20.1 megapixels. So that's the general specifications of this camera. And what else have we got here? So in terms of accessories, they put here the battery, 2 grips and a microphone as an accessory. The Sony shop was actually offering me the Bluetooth multi-grip as part of the package. Having seen a few reviews on YouTube, I decided that wasn't the one for me, and I actually asked for that to be changed over to something else. And I'm going to show you now what I got instead of the Bluetooth grip, which is actually part of a vlogging kit. I'll show you what I got instead. Anyway, so here's the camera, and I'll be opening that in a second. So the other parts of the kit that I got was this, the, let me just zoom in again for you, the 256 gigabytes 4K SD XC ultra high speed 2 memory card. For me, this was much more important than the grip, given I can record and store a lot more information on the camera on the go. For me, that was the most important element. So these are quite pricey as well, I think. So I'm quite pleased to have exchanged the grip for this card. Let me just have a quick look on the other side, see if it tells us. Hopefully you can see that. Okay, so that's the card. And I also managed to get a spare battery as well, the the BX1. There we go, that's probably better, isn't it? So it's got a 1240 milliamp capacity, and it says enough for 100 minutes of video recording and 470 camera shots. So the one thing I'm missing here is the charger. I know it can be charged inside the camera when it's going, but yeah, I'm looking to get a charger kit. If any of you've got any recommendations for battery chargers for the Sony, please let me know in the comments below. Okay, so now I'm going to do the unboxing of these items. I'm going to start with the Sony camera. So let me just move the card and the battery out the way and start with the unboxing. So there we go, relatively straightforward. No cellophane packaging or anything like that in here. And some instructions here about what's inside. And then here we have the pack inside. So let's see what we've got. Accessories guide. What else have we got here? A reference guide. Startup guide. Let me keep that to one side for now. And then it looks like we've got all different languages that we're going through here, so that's all fine. So I think typically I don't read all of those items, but let's just have a look at this one. So let me see how this is quite useful. Checking the supplied items. So we've got the camera, the rechargeable battery pack, the micro USB cable, windscreen attached to the windscreen adapter, shoe cap, startup guide and reference guide. Okay, great. So that's what we know we should have in the box. Let's see what we have. So here is the micro USB, just check it is. Yep, there it is. This is the the shoe mic with the wind muffler. And now to take out the camera out of here. Let's have a look. I noticed none of this is actually sealed in. It's all open packets here. I guess that's in case people need to take it back. So here is the camera itself. So we've got a nice, it's a little bit heavier, my first impression, a bit heavier than I thought, but still quite light. It's, it's probably a bit heavier than a smartphone. I'll put the weight on the screen now, just so you've got that as a reference point. And then we've got the on-off mode, and yeah, we've got the zoom button here. Yeah, okay, and the screen, hopefully we can zoom in on here. Yeah, gives you some of the function displays. Just check the screen. Yeah, and then that opens up. Yeah, and then twists around, which is something I really liked with this. So let's just put that back. Okay, then put that to one side. And I'll just take out the last item in here, which is the battery, the MP-BX1. So what I'll do now, I'll just see if I can put this into the camera and see if I can get it fired up. Before I power up the camera, I want to make sure I've opened up this card as well. So let me just make sure I follow the instructions very carefully. So you see the scissors line there. So I'm just going to cut along that line very carefully. By the way, I found out this card, it's about $70. Sorry, £70, about $90. More bits of information. And then there's the card itself here. Let me see if I can get that out quite carefully. There we go. So, nice small card. Yeah, this was about $90, £70. And this was given as part of the pack, which is great. Okay, so now I'm going to try and fire it all up, see if it's working from the shop, see if they put any power into the battery that they provided. So the opening switch is pretty straightforward. It's got a lock button there, so just open that up. Looks to be the card. Let's see how easy this is. We can't put it in the wrong way, that's the important thing. So we just push that, and that clicks into place, nice and simple. And then let's see if we can put this in. Yeah, that seems to work. Just try and put it in the wrong way. No, so there is only one way to put that in. Nice, straightforward. Again, nice, satisfying click. Put it in, close that there, and then lock. And then let's see if this now powers up. Yeah, lights on. Okay, so I'm going to try and do this all through the screen. This might be a little bit tricky, but bear with me. So first of all, I'm going to choose the language, and then I'm going to set the time. So as you know, I'm based in Dubai. So on here, let's see where we get to. That'll be Abu Dhabi. So I'll push that as there. We don't have daylight savings time here. The time is 7:58 on the 6th. So let's push up. Yeah, there we go. 6th. I can move across and then up to, that's it, to November 2020. And I said 7:58. So I go down like that. Yeah, that's it. So I can push into there. And the date format, I like it as day, month, year. So that's all fine. Let's just going to show you. So you can choose year, month, date, year, or day, month, year. So as I say, I prefer the TM. Right, so that's it. Imaging Edge. Go here for available Sony applications. Okay, so sure we can look there later. And now preparing image database file. There's nothing on there. Ah, and here we go. We're up and running. So there's the lens out. You can see A quick walk around the camera, show you, and then let me just see if this can zoom in. Oh yeah, so there we go. So there's the zoom, and then we move out to the 24mm. So that's the extent of the zoom available. Okay, so what I'm going to do next is actually go out and take some pictures and video with this camera, and then I'm going to come back and share this in the video, just to give you an idea of how easy and how good quality the video image is. So with that, I'll just give you one last look at the camera, so you can see what it looks like, and then I'll provide some feedback after that. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, just a quick one. I was trying to put the this wind muffler microphone onto the camera, and I just realized it's not as straightforward as you might think it is. Anyway, so I did a quick search on YouTube, couldn't find the answer, but I've actually managed to find out how you do it. So I've opened it up, and then you slide off. It's a little bit stiff here, but once you've done it, it's relatively straightforward. That goes in, and then if you look at the side here, you see the clip goes in, and then that fits in. Just do that, and clicks into place like that, and then close the screen, and therefore then you've got the microphone on top. Okay, so here is the first testing of the Sony ZV-1 in an outdoor setting with the video footage on. I've actually set this up at 1 to 2000 f1.8. I'm just trying to balance out with a little bit of the sky here to see if I can get some of the sky through. It's actually quite an overcast, humid day today, so the sky is looking particularly washed out, and then of course the plants are quite dark behind me. But generally, what do you think of the quality of this footage? How is it looking? It'd be good to hear your thoughts. Okay, so I thought I'd do another test just to reduce down to 1/1000, keeping the f value at 1.8, just to see what the difference is. Hopefully this will be interesting to those who want to know what the camera looks like, what the footage looks like as it changes. Okay, so one more test now. I'm doing this with the active stabilization turned off, just to get the wider field of view. I've also got this at 1/500 at f2.0 aperture, just to get a feel for the difference and the effect of that on the picture. Again, let me know your thoughts below. What can I do to improve the images that I'm taking, the video that I'm taking with this camera? Always good to hear your thoughts. Thank you. I'd like to give my first impressions of the Sony ZV-1 that I've been using for the last couple of days. Just a reminder, I am quite new to cameras, so I'm not so familiar with all the different photographic terms, but I think it's quite important because I think a lot of people who use this camera will be quite new to it, and most people will be just coming from a smartphone, which is what I've done to switch to this camera. So my number one positive with this is the image quality, the video quality that I've seen when I've downloaded this onto my computer and also seen it on the smartphone, on a TV, has been exceptional. I feel the quality, the 4K 25 frames per second is superb. Really impressive quality with the camera as it's come through. The second thing I like is the number of the amount of control that you have over the recording. So for example, the aperture and the shutter speed and the ISO. I know this is standard with a lot of cameras, but for something so small and so compact, I've been very impressed with the way I can use that. And as I say, I'm just learning how to use those features. I tried some of that at the beginning of this video, so I hope you like those short video clips that I did. But generally very impressive, all that manual control is available. And the third thing I'd like to say is good is the features. So things like the showcase, where you can bring a product up and back and it keeps the focus on your face or on the product and back again. Very good. I had a quick test of that. and then the bokeh effect where it blurs out the background and you can switch it on and off to defocus and focus on the clear. So all of that I think is very good. And if I could add one bonus positive that I found is that the camera is very compact, it's very small. So I've been able to put it in my pocket and just carry it around with me on days out and going to work and the like. And it's been very easy to just keep and to take quick videos to test it out. So yes, there's been a few negatives as well that I wanted to talk about. The first one, probably the most obvious one for me, was the battery. I found the battery, at best, I was getting an hour out of it. And it may be again because I was playing with it as a new toy, a new camera, just to try it out. And I was using the menus a lot, but it was very rare to get anything over an hour out of that battery. So I was very pleased that I had a second battery to be able to switch them over and to use it. The second thing that I found quite tricky was the menu system. There's quite a lot in those menus. I mean, there's about 5 or 6 different tabs, and each of those has got maybe 5 to 10 different pages within it. So it's quite a lot to learn. And I had to watch a couple of YouTube videos, which I'll link below, which helped me. And I watched them over and over again so I could actually set the camera up, and I made some adjustments to make it suitable for me. And the third thing I would say is the screen. For me, it was just a little bit on the small side. I would have preferred the screen to have been a bit bigger. Again, just because I'm probably spoilt by using a smartphone. But the second thing with the screen is the touch control. I did expect the screen to be able to have full touch control. It doesn't. Most of the controls you have to use with the wheel and the buttons on the back of the camera. The touch control works with the tracking. So if I wanted to track my face or track somebody that I was recording, I can push the screen and it will track that person from the screen. But general touch control, it doesn't come with the screen. And I think that would have been an easy add. So I'm a bit surprised that wasn't there. So as I said, I mean, for me, it's been a bit of a learning curve. I've certainly enjoyed getting to know this camera, and I'm really looking forward to doing more and more complex filming and recording with it. So all the recording, by the way, with the camera, I've been using the Boya BY M1 microphone, which I reviewed in another video, and I'll put a link to that below. Also, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. I really do appreciate when people take the time to give it a like, and also to leave a comment. I reply to every single comment that comes through. Anything that you feel that I've missed or anything that you would like to ask me about this camera, please do, and I'll be happy to provide an answer to that. Also, make sure to subscribe. I do weekly videos, and I'll do these on reviews and also on technology news items that have caught my eye and are particularly interesting. I also do comparisons between the latest smartphones and cameras and other technology that comes out. So if you're interested in specifications, I also do videos on those. So I hope you've got some benefit out of watching this. As I say, please like and subscribe, and I really hope to see you again for my next video. With that, I'll say, see you later.